Breaking news. GBAJEBIAMILA calls for devolution of power, social media regulation. What he has done has rather sparked a lot of reactions. As we speak, the North is against him for calling that, power should be, you know, uh, disseminated, dissolves, instead of everything coming from the central, from the federal. Can we empower the government more? The local government, state government, could we do more empowerment of this set from the local government to, to every arm of government properly, rather than everybody depending on the central for power? So this is what is happening. This is what is going on now. And the GBAJEBIAMILA has called for this. He is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and what he says kind of, has a bit of weight. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get all the details. GBAJEBIAMILA calls for devolution of power, social media revolution. Speaker of the House of Representatives has thrown his weight behind the call for power devolution and regulation of the social media bill. GBAJEBIAMILA also explained that President Muhammadu Buhari did not honor an invitation by the House last year over insecurity in the council because some members believe it amounted to setting a bad precedent for him. He gave an indication that the bill seeking amendment on the electoral law would be passed by the House before July the 16th. The Speaker spoke during a chat with youth monitored on Channels TV, Television Central yesterday. GBAJEBIAMILA, who noted that Nigeria had yet to determine the type of restructuring they desire, however, admitted that power devolution was important because many items in the executive legislative list could be transferred to states and more and better things could be done rather than believing everything should come from the federal. He said most people have come to understand that the government is top leveled with 64 items on the executive list. The form of devolution power is restructuring itself. Everybody is talking about restructuring, but nobody has talked about how this restructuring is going to take place and is going to be. As far as I'm concerned, the outcome or end result of what is important in devolution of the power the people are talking about is to empower the state more. In doing that, you empower the local government so that people can feel government even much more. In a real federal system structure, the federal and federal units are ones that basically comes together and submit some power to the central. In that way, the whole central and power devotion has already commenced. The restructuring we are talking about has commenced, but in this case, it is 64 items. I have never seen a country where you have 64 items and that item on the executive list are being taken for granted. There are so many things in the constitution that the central government have no business getting into. If we dissolve power and empower more the states and the local government, this will free up the federal government to concentrate on what really matters. When you divulge power to the states, revenue mobilization will give more money to the state because you will reduce the responsibility of the federal government. We hope that with this constitutional amendment, we can do some significant change that will reduce the burden on the federal government and send the responsibility to the states where it rightly belongs. We are not going to have cosmic change on the constitution because that will get us nowhere. The change that we really desire is a systematic one that will affect everybody gradually, significantly, and will be better off for it. So my people, this is what is happening now. This is what is going on. Gbajúgbàmílà is calling that, power should be, dissolves and, spread out instead of being concentrated on one part or one area of government. They should look more into how they can disseminate the power and give and enable more persons to come on board into today life reality, rather than leaving things to just some group of people. There are so many things, because it was the army who wrote the 1999 constitution, and you can smell selfishness. This is why the 1999 constitution is a fraud. You can smell selfishness from the very beginning, from that constitution. That's why what they are talking, what belongs to the state, they put it on themselves, so that they are the ones in control. You see, this control for power, it's not today. And that's why, if you look at it, they put everything mostly to the north, because those that wrote it were basically northerners, generals. If you look at our security system, security is very important. And by the time Nigeria dissolved, the first thing any of the nations should do, if Nigerian dissolve, is to build up and beef up their security. You don't want to try, for instance, the army security, or the US security or the British security. They have these things in place, and it's very important. It's very important. These things are in place for a purpose, so that power is, well deserved, and things are done decently and in order, and there can be proper, permanence to what really matters, what this is all about, and people can really see and be able to, articulately say, this is what we believe in, this is what we are expecting, this is what we're doing, and things will be much more better than what it is today. If really and truly everybody, the selfishness of individuals is passed out, and people are given free hand and opportunity to be able to do what they need to do. But you see, this selfishness we talk about, this selfishness, this self is what has kept the country where it is, and nobody wants to, and now things are not moving. And that's why everybody has got a duty to ensure that we all stand up and defend the right thing, to ensure, if country is to move forward. Other than that, people want out. Everybody wants out. Have you known of how many republic already been formed already? This is what is happening. Leave us a comment. We'd really like to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Bye for now. Bye.